Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of My Bucket List Day.
Hi, I am Joanne.
And I'm Jeff. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, we basically travel around the country
And
full time in our RV.
living our bucket list life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we had a discussion and we decided that it might be fun to hear everybody's story because everyone's got a story.
Man. Everybody has different reasons why they've joined the road in our community, and we want to share all of that with you because we are so impressed and inquisitive about why everybody does it.
Yes, and I think many of you are too, because a lot of people ask us, hey, how'd you get started?
Right.
So we decided we're going to start doing a segment called Fireside Chat. Our very first segment is with Barb and
Lowry.
And
some great people we met back at the RV show, and
Yeah.
we've seen them several times. That's another special thing. Let me touch on the fact that we meet these people, different places, different cities, different states, and then we always meet up with them again. And that's what's really fun, because when you see them again, only if you've met them once or twice, it's like seeing old friends.
Yeah.
You know, and we get together for either bonfires or drinks or meals, whatever, but it really is special.
It is, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we are going to sit down with them on our first segment.
Yep.
And get to know them a little bit and find out why they decided to go full-time and get a rig and do all this. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this and maybe even learn a little something. So why don't we get into that?
Enjoy.
All right. Hey everybody. Welcome to our first episode, right? Of our campfire chat.
Yes,
Or
indeed.
campside chat. Fireside chat.
I don't know.
We haven't figured out what we're going to call this yet. Either Fireside Chat or Campside Chat. We'll work on that a little later. But while we're here, this is the first episode of meeting our bucket list buddies and people who have a story of what made them or motivated them to go full time.
Right. Everybody has a story.
Right.
And we want to know.
Everyone's got a story.
Right.
So we're here with Barb and Lowry, and we met them at the RV show, I believe it was, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and they were a follower of ours, and they recently became Bucket List Buddies members.
And we bumped into
So thank
them.
you for that.
Yes,
Oh.
thank you. And we've
Well,
bumped into them how many
it's worth
times
it.
since,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
Enjoy
we've
the
seen it
videos.
some times
Yeah.
now
Several.
since.
It's fun.
So we're going to just have a conversation, a little casual conversation about the fireside, which is a beautiful fire, right?
It is indeed. Thank you.
And,
we're actually, they invited us over, by the way.
Yes,
They
we're at their
invited us
rig.
over originally, so we said, can you bring the friends with us?
Yeah, and we'll talk about their rig a little bit and that kind of thing. So as you see, there's Barbara and there's Lowry. So why don't you guys say hello and
Hello?
We're done.
It's Barb and Lowry.
We're enjoying the journey.
yes.
Yes, we call us, we don't really have a YouTube channel, but we call it Our Way.
Yeah, our rig's our way.
Because we're traveling our way. Slow and easy, because we're retired. And we just fell in love with the YouTube channels. And our daughter came home in June, and we were telling her about it, and we found the rig on YouTube.
Tell us about the rig. What is it?
It is a Fleetwood Founder
35K.
35K,
Okay.
and we found it up in Michigan on a YouTube channel.
Wow.
And my daughter said, go look at it. We did, and we loved it. It
We
was
got it.
just what we wanted, and we bought it, and from there it just snowballed, and it all fell into place, so it must have been.
It's
Must have
right.
been.
Must have been right.
It must have been the time.
Yes.
Here's a question before you go any further. I'm sorry to interrupt. How long were y'all thinking about it or planning it before or looking? You know, all the above before you did
Well,
2 years.
it? Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
strongly.
About 2 years.
2 years. But
Okay.
we've talked about it in the past. It was on one of his bucket lists to own
RV.
an RV. And I
That's
kept
great.
saying
There's
it's
a
not
shameful
time.
plug. We'll take it.
Right?
Yeah, it wasn't time. It wasn't time, you know.
Right.
But my boss was generous enough to let me work from the road because I carry the health insurance.
Right.
So here we are, and we're having the time of our life.
Meeting great folks like Jens.
Indeed.
Yes.
That's the
And
top
the-
of the list, isn't
And
it?
it's so amazing to meet the YouTubers because you know so much about them.
Right.
You almost feel like, hey, I know you. I know everything about you. We should be friends.
You're like, who is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I know you?
So it's just been great. You know, we decided from YouTube to what we wanted,
Right.
what our bucket list numbers were on the RV, what we wanted and inside, and it just fell into place. And there we go. Because we
Travel with our 2 dogs.
our two
Yeah.
90-pound dogs.
So
Big dog.
they're
Yeah,
getting
correction,
used to
they
it.
are not,
Slowly,
right,
they're
are
getting
they?
used to it.
They're getting used to it. They were used to a big yard fenced in,
But they're
and
getting
now
used to
And how long have you been on the road now?
7 months.
Yes.
Very good. That's
7
exciting.
months.
That's fun.
Still loving it. My brother calls all the time and says, "Are you sure you like it? Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where
So,
is, oh,
go ahead.
sorry. Where's your home base?
We really don't have one, but
Okay.
what we do is my son lives where we used to live in PA.
Okay.
So we go up there and stay for a while. And then we head to Texas where my daughter lives and we stay there for a while.
Very nice.
So,
So
we
we-
kind of have like 2 home bases.
Wonderful.
So
But
we
they,
have a post office box for our
Mel
mail that'll go there, and my son picks it up once a
Right.
week.
drives
or
him
something.
nuts because he has to do something.
But we use my brother's address for a residence,
So we can still vote.
so we can vote and everything
Yeah.
until we decide exactly where we want home to be. Yeah, we
Very
don't
good.
know for sure. I mean, this is home,
Right.
but I mean,
Right.
where we want to domain. Is that the right?
Yeah, exactly. Where you want to have your domain. 'Cause
Yes.
You're going to want to do that for, like you said, the voting, the mail.
Yeah,
all
I
that
don't.
kind of stuff.
I didn't want to switch everything, our registration and
Right.
everything,
Right.
until we know exactly where we want
That's
that
a lot
to
of
be.
work, right?
Yeah, and
It
it's
is.
not cheap. I
Right.
mean,
No.
everything is expensive,
So-
right?
And you don't want to lose anything in the mail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just the
In
bills.
Change, in the change.
Bills, we can lose all the bills.
Right.
Everything's all right. 4 addresses.
I think all of you out there can relate to that. If we get in a rig, we're going to get rid of all our bills.
Yeah, we drive
Oh,
away.
I wish it was that simple.
You just
not.
drive away
It's not.
to the sunset.
Even if you have a big nest egg and you think, oh, I'm just going to do this and do this, there's so many expenses as you go because you add things like we didn't think we needed a filtration system. We didn't think we needed a softener, but
Right.
we are learning
Slowly.
slowly that
that's
like
great.
we did the filtration and then I have a rash and he has a rash, so we know
That didn't work. Right.
we need the water
Water
softener
softener
too.
from the
you
hard
know.
water.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one step at a time, and
Yeah.
you know, and then you see something, and you go, "Oh, I'd like to have that." You know, somebody has something that you like.
Yeah.
You know, and you just
I
want
never
it to
thought
be
of that or saw that.
homey.
Yes,
You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you
Yes.
want it to be homey.
Yeah, and Joanne goes through those. Oh, I want one of those all the time, daily.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the nice thing about buying a used rig, if you could find a nice one like we did,
Right.
we were very fortunate. You don't feel bad about ripping something out
Right.
to put something in.
Oh, I don't feel bad anyway.
Yeah, even on a new one, she doesn't care. Tear it out.
Good.
Yeah, we're not worried
But I mean, a
about
lot of
resale.
people are
We're
so
gonna make it our
worried
home.
about
Right.
resale.
And they do. We hear it all the time. Like, we better keep that in case you resell it. We're like,
Oh no, I threw the
Yeah.
bedspread away immediately. Like, who
We,
wants that? You know?
We admit that we saved chairs that we took out. We saved
Yeah, the
things that we
couch,
took out
yeah.
and the couch. And we're looking at each other like, why are we doing this? Because when we eventually sell it, nobody's going to want it that way anyway. They're going to want to remodel
The
it.
way,
And they may love what we've done with it.
That's right. You might find somebody who's
We're starting
working
to
and
throw
want
everything
their
away.
desk.
We're not saving it
Exactly.
anymore.
Anytime you can get rid of stuff and not have to pay for storage, that's one less bill in your life.
Amen.
You know?
Amen.
I mean,
Yeah,
think
we don't
of
pay no
what,
storage.
think
We
of
got
the
rid of
fun
everything.
you can
Yeah.
do if you don't have to pay for storage.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's,
the truth.
and
Yeah.
all, I mean, that's what, $300 a month now.
That's a lot.
a lot of money.
It is, absolutely. For something we don't even know half the stuff what's in there anymore. You know,
No.
after a
Yeah.
while,
Sell
you're
it.
like,
You know? Sell it. Donate it. whatever.
Well,
Give it away.
we'll digress a little bit. We may not put this in the video, but we decided to keep the storage unit because we know we're going to have a home base somewhere.
Oh, well then, that's
we
totally
have,
different.
We have kids that we might
Right.
have live in the place, so we
Brand
kept all of her
furniture.
stuff. So
Yeah.
when we find that home base in the next year, we can just
Put
put
it
all of
in
that
there.
in there.
Well,
Right.
that's good.
That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
That's good.
You know, whether it's a small place with a pad or a small house with a pad, whatever.
Yeah, just something.
Well, both of our kids have a home, and
It's
before
big enough
we-
for us to park beside.
Yes,
That's
and we have hookup at both houses, and we told them, come take what you want because this is it.
Right.
And what didn't go in the RV got sold or
Right.
given away.
That's
And-
wonderful.
To change gears now, you're still working.
Yes.
You retired.
I've been retired for a while.
Congratulations.
And you retired from what?
I was a maintenance in the school district.
That's right. Perfect.
Yes.
Patience of Job, my
It's been-
friend.
So
Almost 7 years.
yeah,
So
he's
you're
been retired a lot longer.
Lucky you.
Actually,
Yeah.
he retired the year I went back to work.
Work.
Ah,
I see a pattern.
do you?
But health insurance, you know,
Right.
it just
No.
at the time with owning a home, it just wasn't like feasible to
That-
take more money and pay for health insurance.
And when you're out on the road, and those of you that are full-time out there can attest to this, health insurance is ridiculous.
Yes.
We are.
it is.
Very ridiculous.
It is.
It's so
It's crazy.
that
And
should
it's
happen.
something that I just don't feel comfortable not having
Right.
some.
I don't either.
Because I do have, you know, I do take medications, and I think, geez, you know, I mean, one visit to the hospital, and
Right.
yeah, and
Spent a
you're
couple
like,
of years of
woo!
medication payment.
You
Oh,
know.
absolutely.
and I
But it
don't
works
have
out.
to stop
Yeah.
RVing or stay
Right.
still because I'm paying a medical bill.
Right.
Okay, so here that leads me into the next question. Sorry, everybody, I was getting chilly. I had to put the food on. Do you drive this rig?
Not yet. I hope to learn.
Good answer.
But we're going to buy, he wants to get the stabilizer
For the
rod
steering.
For the
Oh
steering.
yeah, that we talked about that before. Yeah.
And
I'm
once
gonna
he
put
does
I'm
that,
gonna have my son put that on for me, and then I'm gonna take her to a big parking lot and let her drive around.
Yeah, very good.
yeah,
The
I would
stabilizer
like
will
to be
a world
able
of
to
difference
drive,
for us,
even if it's just without the tow, that if I had to leave, I would take the rig and leave
Right.
the car, you know,
Absolutely. Yep.
and go, and or take him or whatever if something emergency happens, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I want to know how to. I don't know if I'll do it all the time. I mean, I know how to drive too, but I very rarely drive because,
I got it.
And me too, really.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes I think, hey, do I remember how to drive?
Yeah, I did that for a long while.
Yeah,
A
because
couple years ago. Yeah.
I really don't, because we live so close to my work that he would literally take me to
Right.
work and pick me up. So I didn't even drive to work.
Well, the last park we was in, I had her move the RV up about 20 feet.
Oh, and it was so much fun.
And she said, "This is fun."
Right. Yeah.
Tickle to go 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoorah!
I did it. That's right.
I went straight.
did.
I actually had to turn the wheel a little bit.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's
So
good.
we'll wrap this up. Do you have any words of wisdom for those that are thinking about going full time?
Don't think, do it. Have
Love
a
it.
ball.
Yes.
Life is too short to wait
Yes, it is.
because
And you meet
it's
a lot
taken.
of nice people.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful people.
You hear all these scary
walks.
things, but most of all the parks we've been in, very nice people.
Very nice. And you know
They're all
what?
there
The
to
ones
help
that
you
don't
out,
want to
too.
talk to you, well, that's okay. We just wave and go
That's
over.
what
our
we're
way.
Hey.
Go, meet the
But
next
you
ones
have
and the
them.
next one.
You have those in your sticks and bricks.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Imagine if you lived next to somebody that you didn't care for so much.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
You can't move that easy.
But
No.
we can.
Here, we
right?
can just start her up and go.
Go.
That's right.
Right.
That's
All right.
very nice.
Well, all right, thanks guys for participating in our first
Very
Fireside
first
Chat.
ever.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
Or
Thank you.
campsite chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
See how
Thank
easy that
you.
was?
Yes.
Can't wait
Very
to
easy.
see you in the next place.
Yes.
Back to you. What'd you have like to say?
I
Say
like that. Go back there.
back to you.
There
See,
we go.
How are we going to
You
use that
can't.
one?
I don't know, but you can't do what I do.
Oh.
You just can't.
Glad you're back.
And we really had a lot of fun. After the little segment that you guys just saw here, we actually visited with them for a few more hours.
Yes, we did.
Having some cocktails.
Yeah, talking a lot.
Yeah, we did talk a lot.
Yeah, that was fun.
And now that we're a couple of days removed from that, we realize, you know, we should have actually filmed a tour of their rig.
And their beautiful dogs and all of it. Yeah,
we didn't do that. So
we're living and learning, and I'm glad you're on the journey with us
That's
because
right.
we're trying to evolve.
So we apologize for that.
Yeah.
I know we're going to run into them again.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
They are a valued bucket list buddy star.
They are.
So
Lowry and Barb, thank you.
We
for your
will
support.
for sure see them again.
Yep.
But anyway, we'd like to hear from you guys, so leave comments below. Do you like this segment?
Right.
Do you think it's fun? Did you get anything out of it? Because primarily, everything we do, I want to say, I think everything we do for this community.
Correct,
right?
correct. And also, if there's anything you'd like us to ask when we meet up with other people and other couples, you know, is
And
there
maybe
anything you
even
want to
you
know?
we ask.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So leave us all those comments, please.
Yeah. So we'd like to know. So we hope you really enjoyed this episode and our first segment of the Fireside Chat.
Right.
With
And
Jeff and Joe.
please don't forget to like,
Oh yeah. Subscribe. And ring that little bell.
ring that little
and
bell.
do all the other things that we appreciate your help on.
Yep.
And I've had a couple people comment, by the way, about all this like, subscribe thing.
Yeah.
And the last video we did, we were waiting for everybody to hit like. Most everybody thought that was hilarious.
Well, that's because we're always waiting for you guys to hit the like.
And I will say, guess what? We got a lot more likes.
We did indeed.
percentage-wise.
We did, so thank you.
We normally do get a lot of likes, but this time it was quite a bit more.
You guilty folk. You came through for us,
Yeah,
so
you
thank
did.
you. Yep.
So the algorithm on YouTube took immediate effect,
Yeah.
and they were showing that video everywhere.
Yeah. We
Everybody's
appreciate it.
homepage. So that
Yep.
really does help, and it really works very, very well. We saw it happen almost in real time.
He's like, Joe,
The video
come
started
here.
up like this, and then YouTube saw all the likes, and it was straight up like that.
However, we don't know if it was all of our likes floating into the like atmosphere. That wasn't
No,
probably it.
no, it was all of
It
their
was all of
help.
your likes. That's right.
All your help. So we appreciate that. So do all those things. Keep doing that. And every once in a while, we may stop and pause and ask you to do it again. Because
Like now.
Lots of people really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I really stepped up.
So that's going to be it for this episode.
That's it.
It is.
That's
It's
it.
our midweek Wednesday hump day.
Hump day is here.
Episode. So thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it very much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Make it a great bucket list day, kids.
Goodbye.
See ya.